So Trump proposed a deal to open up the government by exchanging a wall for amnesty. That's when I was Tourette'ing. But of course, the Democrats immediately rejected Trump's deal. We're so lucky to have them as our opponent. They didn't just turn down the deal, they're actually indignant with him for offering it. How dare you? For the past week, all I heard on TV was, Trump has to learn the meaning of compromise, and oh, we have a man-child in the White House, and oh, he's throwing a temper tantrum, he has to compromise. Then he compromises, he twists himself into a pretzel, he sells out his constituents, and they say, it wasn't gift wrapped. So I'm thinking the next time Merriam-Webster puts out a dictionary, we need a new definition of compromise. But apparently the Democratic definition of compromise is they get everything, we get nothing, which is going to lead to a rewriting of a whole series of historical events. It's going to be Custard's Last Compromise. And the historical record will reflect that Poland and Czechoslovakia compromised with Hitler. The Battle of the Alamo will be Texas compromising with Mexico. Obviously, the fault is ours. We just didn't understand what compromise means. The media seem to believe that their most potent argument for mass immigration, open borders, is to put on angry immigrants on TV and have them yell at us. But I'm a refugee. I came here and I've been working to elect left-wing Democrats. So I think a thank you is in order, America. No, actually, we were hoping for something more like cured cancer or had a 420 batting average last season. Actually, instead of no, I'm going to skip that. I was going to attack a particular host on MSNBC. So instead of MSNBC hiring a native-born black or a native-born Hispanic, no, they have child of refugees, your favorite and mine, Joy-Ann Reid. The daughter of immigrants who was on welfare when her father left her mother. So we're just getting all kinds of stuff out of Joy-Ann Reid. We do owe her. Gets a full ride to Harvard, and now she's the most entitled person on TV. We keep getting these immigrants haranguing us, and their main skill isn't curing cancer or their batting average. It's their particular level of indignation in calling us racist. So I think it's worth pointing out that immigrants are piggybacking on the black experience in America. Hispanics in the audience, but I'm sorry, you're going to have to throw in your lot with, the Asians and the whites. We didn't descend from slaves. We don't get special benefits. This is the logical, normal, obvious point, and therefore it is the Republican position. The whole reason this country is sensitive to racial issues is because for about 200 years, African Americans got the short end of the stick. There was slavery, there was Jim Crow, and then we have the civil rights laws saying, okay, that's it. We owe them. We're going to spend it all on them. Now suddenly, an immigrant who arrived Friday is demanding special benefits. No. What did we do here? By my reckoning, all we have done to the rest of the world is save them from earthquakes, starvation, warlords. I'm thinking they owe us. In addition to putting people who are refugees themselves on TV to harangue us and yell at us and tell us we suck, the media's second strongest argument against Trump's wall is, I am sure you have heard this 1 million times, probably, well, if you've been here, you haven't heard it, but if you watch CNN or MSNBC or picked up a newspaper, is illegal immigration is the lowest it's ever been. lowest it's ever been, which I'll admit, if that were true, I mean, most people see that Trump is shutting down the government for his wall, and they say, wait, illegal immigration is the lowest it's ever been? What did you get me out of bed for that? It turns out, of course, like everything relating to immigration, that is a lie. Little footnote here, if you do get interested in the immigration issue, your entire life will be solving a series, it's like those highlights puzzles. What's missing from this picture? Everything the media says about immigration is a lie, and you have to examine their claims and figure out where the lie is. Well, here where the lie is, they're not counting people who come to our border and ask for asylum, because, you know, it's legal to ask for asylum. Well, yeah, it's legal to ask for asylum, but it's not legal to make a false claim for asylum. It would be... Tax deductions are legal, but if I were to deduct on my taxes my acres of soybean crops I'm growing in my small Manhattan apartment, I wouldn't have a right to say to you, deductions are legal. Deductions are legal. I'm not doing anything wrong. That's what they're doing with this claim that illegal immigration is lower, because the new process for becoming an illegal alien, it used to be a one-step process, run across the border. Now it's present yourself at the border, claim asylum, and then never show up for your hearing.